Welcome to the next installment of Mrs. Royce's Accounting Lecture Series, and today we're going to be determining payroll tax withholding. So what we're going to do right now is we are going to learn how to determine payroll tax withholding that the employers need to withhold. So we are going to do the work together, 12.2. You are going to need page 315 out of your workbook. And it's going to look like this. In addition to that, you are going to need to page 353 and 354 out of the textbook, and I am providing them for you. So first, let's look at the directions and see what we need to do. So when you read the directions, it states you are taking information from the semi-monthly payroll. You will determine the federal income tax that must be withheld from each employee. Then you are going to calculate the amount of Social Security and Medicare tax that also must be withheld. You're looking at 6.2 and 1.45. 6.2 for Social Security, 1.45 for Medicare. So now the first thing we need to do is we look at our employee information. According to this, again, employee number 1, his name is John Clausen. Now when we go to look at and determine what the federal income tax withholding is, remember, federal income tax withholding is taken from the tax tables. Social Security is what percent? And Medicare is against your total earnings. So there's a few things we need to look at. We know that this is a semi-monthly pay period. So we have to look for the semi-monthly tax tables. So this is a tax table. This is for what? A single person semi-monthly. Let's take a look at our first employee. His marital status is right, M for married. Would we use this tax return or this tax table? No. So we are looking for this one on page 354. So you've got John Clausen. He's married. Withholding allowances. That comes from what certificate or thing that the employee fills out when they first start working for you? Yes, the W-4 gives you your withholding allowances in the payroll department. So he's married with 2 allowances. He's making $1,360. So we are going to look on our married semi-monthly payroll. We are going to look for his amount of money that he makes. He makes $1,360. Now when you're looking at the tax table, at least, but not less than. Does he make less than $1,360? No, he does not. Let's see if I can get this clearer. No, he doesn't make less than $1,360. He makes exactly $1,360. So this says at least $1,360, but less than $1,380. He had 2 exemptions. So his tax is how much? Exactly, $52. So his federal is $52. Now if we go to Janice, she is single with 1 exemption. She makes $980. Again, we bring it out. It's not less than $980. It's at least $980. She's single with 1 exemption. Her tax is exactly. Now we're looking at Terry Lambert, married. So we grab the married page, 3 allowances. 3 allowances. 1,510. So we look for between 1,500 and 1,520. How many allowances? 3. So his is 50. Now we've got Anthony, single, 2 exemptions. Anthony, single, 2 exemptions. He made, how much did he make? $11.25. So between $11.20 and $11.40. So his tax is $77. So now you know how to figure out, using the tax tables, federal income tax withholding. Remember, that's the one that always comes to the tax tables. Now we'll figure out their Social Security. So this is all the tax that you as the employer is going to have to take out of their check. So you take their $1,360, times it by what? You can do 6.2%. 84.32. 980. $60.76. 1,510. Again, their total earnings times Social Security. $93.62. Then you do the column for their Medicare. So I'm going to go ahead and do the column for the Medicare. I want you to pause the video and do the Medicare on your own and check to see if it matches. Okay, so this is exactly what your figure should be. The 1421, the 2190, and the 1631. So out of this person's total earnings, as far as what taxes the payroll department has to concern themselves with, it's these right here. So gross pay, once we take away the withholdings and everything else, and then it will be their net pay. But of course there's more deductions that need to be taken out other than taxes. Now what I want you to do is I want you to do the on your own on page 357, and I want you to either do this in class or for homework, depends on how much time you have, and if you have any questions, maybe someone in class can help. All right, I will see you soon. Thanks for listening.